Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a bullet journal for the month of April. Sorry about not uploading last week, it was my birthday and I had some issues with the software, so I just thought I'd take a break for that week and come back this week. This is a part 1 of my bullet journal for April, so there will be a part 2 coming next week, and it's also available in an ASMR version if you're interested. As you can see, I have already drawn the whole part of the journal, so I'm just colouring it in and going back and making any slight changes that I want to do. So for April I decided to do April showers kind of theme for it, so I've got a lady in hopefully green welly boots splashing some puddles. If you can see to the side, I have another notepad where I will be testing out a couple of colours. Some of my colours are a bit old and I haven't used them in a while, so I'm just testing to make sure they still work before I use it on my final piece, and see what colours work well together, see how they will turn up on the page. The main colours that I am using today are, I've got some Copic markers, I've got some highlighters in a variety of colours as you can see on the top, and then just some old random pens down to my side that I will be switching in and out. I do also underneath my page have another spare piece of paper because when I first started journaling I didn't realise how thick you need the pages to be, so it does bleed through on some of them. Some of them I've just kept the same picture and put it on the other page, and some of them I've left a page in between and carried on onto my next page or another page. So I'm using pinks and like a couple of different skin colours to create the legs, just to get a bit of depth and shadow and stuff. It takes me a while to do both legs. Also colouring the hand in the same sort of colours just to make sure the skin colour is all the same. So I do all that first before I move on to colouring anything like the welly boots or her skirt. I thought a cool idea would be her name is April, and that's why it's also the title of the month. I'm just picking out all the different greens that I want to be using for the welly boots because it's easier to pick them all out first, so I know where they are and I've got them all before I start drawing or colouring in, because otherwise there'll be lots of gaps where I'm just like wading through all the different colours of pens I've got, because I've got quite a few down the side, although you can't see all of them. So I'm just putting like 2 base colours on the welly boots. It's like a light green and then like a bright green, although it doesn't pick up very well. So I just put them down first, and then I will go back in with some darker colours to make some shadows. But I think traditionally in England, welly boots are green, so that's what I've kind of stuck with, traditional green boots. And with, I think I've put like an orange label on, just for a pop of colour to break it up a little bit. Although you can't see it, I have put a few lines like horizontally onto the welly boots just to give it dimension where like the foot would fold and where the toes would be. But I just kind of kept it all in the using the same colours and just slight differences. So now onto the other shoe or boot, and I'm just repeating the same process again and hoping it turns out similar. now that I've done the green, I've taken my greens away and I've picked out the new colours, what I want to do. So like I said, I did do orange for the little labels and the boots, and then I think I go on to do the skirt next. So I'm just choosing some colours that I think might go nicely with it. Oh no, I move on to the umbrella first. Thought I did skirt, I don't, I do the umbrella. And the colours kind of remind me of Coraline the movie with her yellow coat, so I've gone for like a yellow umbrella with that. I just thought I'd be a bit of a contrast to the green and the colour that I do the skirt. I tried to put some more spikes in at the back, like to make it look more full, but I don't really like that. So I'm rubbing it out, and I'm just keeping it quite simple with a few spikes, so you know what it is, but it's not terribly detailed. I'm just drawing the different segments of it and colouring in the Coraline yellow, like I said. And then I do try and do some detail, but it doesn't stand out very much with the other colours that I have. So it's only a few key details like the segment and like at the top of the umbrella where there would be a little bit of shadow, and at the bottom of course. I'm also doing the spiky bit. I'm not really sure what that's called either, but I do that similar kind of yellowy browny colour. And again, just going in, putting a few more highlights and shadows in there. But it's starting to look a little bit more like a sunset than the Coraline coat. And I'm also doing the handle in the same colour because I couldn't really think of another colour that would look right with the ones I've done. So again, just shading that and trying to make that fit in a bit more with the bottom bit. So I'm doing shading where her hand would be because there would be a shadow there. Next I'm picking out the skirt colour. So I'm testing how dark the Copic marker is, and I think it's decent, so I've gone with that one. I know it's not terribly suitable to wear a skirt when you're jumping in puddles, but I thought it'd be nice to add some skin tones and stuff in there to make her look like an actual human. So again, I'm just putting shadow in and the little creases in the skirt where her legs would be and where the pleats would fall. Also tried to do the back of her skirt through, which you can see in between her legs, but it's a little bit darker than the other colour, but it's not like very in your face, and I think that's quite nice at being subtle. Also going on with the Copic green marker that I have, just for her coat that she's wearing and to time with the welly boots. I've never done puddles before, so please don't judge. I was just kind of experimenting with this bit and to see what would be the best way to do it. So I'm just adding a few different colours in first and seeing which way I'd like to shade it. So I do shade it from like left to right, then I decide it's probably not the way water would flow, so I'm kind of going roundwards with the very thick lines that I've done, which would be like the ripples in the water. And I've made a little puddle underneath the umbrella because that would also have one. Just adding some different colours, got a few different blues that I'm going to be putting in just to give it a bit more dimension. But I think that's the great thing about bullet journaling, is that if you've never really tried anything before, you can just try it out, see how you like it. If you don't like it, you can just not add it again and you find things that you do prefer. So although I don't love the puddles, I'm glad I did it because then it shows me what I've started from and then how I can improve. And maybe in a few months' time I might do a puddle again, and hopefully it'd look a lot better than this one does. But I still kind of like the messy look of it because it does help tie in with the boots because they have that kind of scratchy look as well. Whereas like the skirt's more blended and like full, whereas the water and the boots have flecks of white in. But now I've finished this page and I'm going to move on to my next one, which is my brain dump page. So I've just written out the words so I don't have to faff about, lining it up and getting all the writing neat. So I'm just going over that with a dark blue pen to stick with the blue theme of the month. I think my themes mainly have been blue and purple and green, obviously for the boots because they come up again later, and a little bit of pink because I needed a colour later on and I thought that one goes nicely with the colours I've already picked, but mainly it's a watercoloured theme. done a brain dump, but I normally put any immediate dates or anything I need to remember, or just ideas maybe for videos or stuff later on. Basically what I use the page for, but you can use it for whatever you want, or you don't even have to include it if you don't feel like it's going to be helpful for you. So I'm just filling the little raindrops in the corner. I don't know why I've attached them, I just thought it was a cool little design just to fill up that square. I obviously didn't like that colour pen that I was going to do, but they're adding a purple just to bring it all together for the other pages that I'm going to be doing. And I'm just rubbing out where the pencil lines were so you can't see it through. And that page is pretty much done. I like to leave it quite blank so I've got a lot of room to write throughout the month. And then you can see my paper so it doesn't bleed through. My next page is my monthly overview and my mood tracker, but I will do the monthly overview first. So this is like a calendar of the month where I can just see any things like appointments or anything like that, but it's all in one place so I don't have to flick through later on. It's just a nice way to visualise what I've got on for the month, which unfortunately won't be a lot this month due to the virus currently, but that's okay, I'll still find some fun things to do at home. And I'll fill that in with all the different activities I can think of, which is probably a good idea, what I can fill my brain dump page with, different ideas of things to do around the house. So again, I've done the raindrop in the corner, because obviously they do bleed through a little bit, and I have a space for them, so I've included them again. But the colours may be slightly different on the raindrops. Obviously the Copic you can see through in the last one, but the other ones you can't, so I just have to go back and refill them. Also at the top I will write the days of the week, and to make this grid I've done 5 down and 7 across to make a 30-day grid, and I've got a note box at the bottom, so anything that you need to remember that's urgent for the month that you can't really fit in the boxes or things like that, you can put in your notes things. Again, you don't have to include it, it's just something I thought would be helpful at the time. And I've gone for purple writing this time because there is a lot of blue on this page, and I thought purple might be a nice kind of colour break, and again it just ties in. But I am keeping the little raindrops over the eyes because I thought they would be quite sweet, just to continue that throughout the thing. Again, just getting rid of my pencil marks. I've done it in a blue, and I've also done the numbers in the blues, like they're little raindrops of numbers coming from the doodle at the top. So next is on to my last page, which is my mood tracker. And I've done like a giant umbrella for this one, and I've done 30 little raindrops. So the idea of this page is every day fill out one of the raindrops in a colour that represents how you're feeling for that day. So at the bottom you can see I've got happy, sad, anxious, bored and angry, which I will colour in later, and then if I feel a particular feeling, so if I feel mostly happy on that day, I then go and fill that raindrop in the colour that I choose for it being happy. Again, if your mood changes a lot over the day, you can just pick one that you feel like either in that moment that when you're feeling it in, or if you like to do it at the end of the day, like how I like to do. I like to reflect and then think how I felt mostly over the day, which is normally happy, which is why it's the first one. I've done colours that go with my theme for the month, like I said earlier, so I've got blues, purples, and I think maybe a pink. So I'm just picking out my colours, counting how many things there were, so I knew if I had 5 then I could do it twice and it'd be even. Match the colours. There's 5 colours at the bottom and there will be 10 segments in the umbrella, so I've done each colour twice and then I've done the same colours that I did for the umbrella at the bottom to fill the different moods, so it all ties together nicely, I think. I hope everyone's had a good day, and if you'd like to tell me if you had or not, I have a poll in the top right hand corner if you'd like to take part, so I'd like to see how you guys are doing. And I hope you've enjoyed this bullet journal with me. If you'd like to see more, let me know in the comments down below, and maybe comment some themes you'd like to see. So if you'd like to see flowers or a weather type or something like that. My part 2 will be me doing the individual weeks of the month and continuing this theme with that. So if you have enjoyed this theme, you've got more of it to come. So I hope you enjoyed, and see you next week. Bye!